supply of locally produced quality coffee in Luang Prabang can barely keep up with demand, thanks to the boom in tourism at the World Heritage Site. One company, SAFFRON Coffee, believes it has found a win-win solution for highland farmers who are no longer able to grow opium and are being prohibited from farming techniques that the government says are harmful to forested areas.
So one of the big aims that we have in the SAFFRON Coffee Company is to I guess, piggyback the work that's been done by NGOs and government agencies previously to promote coffee in the northern parts of Laos. One of the difficulties with those programs is that there's no market provided for that coffee, and that's what SAFFRON's aiming to do.
In the early 2000s, opium growing in northern Laos began to fall dramatically as the government stepped up its eradication efforts, leaving many households without an alternative income. Many farmers in the Highlands turned to rice or corn, which involved a cycle of slashing and burning forested areas, something which the government has also outlawed. But for farmers like Boa Tong, whose trees have been producing coffee for close to a decade, the stable market and higher prices is a welcome alternative.
It's easier than growing rice because when coffee trees get higher, you don't have to cut the grass every month like you have to with rice.
Today, Tong's household is one of more than 780 families in the mountains of Luang Prabang province that have taken to growing the beans for saffron. Farmers were initially hesitant to try an unfamiliar crop, which typically takes 3 years to yield its first harvest. SAFFRON provided 300,000 seedlings to farmers across the region, but a lack of know-how meant much of the experiment failed.
When we gave the plants to the villagers, they just put the plants wherever they wanted them to grow. They didn't put them in the right place, though, so the plants died.
Promoters now work more closely with farmers, and this province produced 12 tons of coffee during the last harvest. As tourists flock, demand from hotels and restaurants across Laos for homegrown produce is offering farmers an agricultural alternative. Once known as an opium-producing member of the Golden Triangle, today many farmers in this part of Laos are seeking a reputation for quality coffee. Daniel de Carteret for VOA News, Luang Prabang, Laos.